We do not always have enough time to cover everything going on with the recent news, so here with a recap is one of our writers, Amber Ruffin, in a segment we call Amber Says What?
You guys, things have been crazy. Okay, first of all, the US Open began last week, and I was like, what? Then I saw Serena's outfit, and I was like, what? Then Serena hurt her ankle, and I was like, oh no, is the outfit okay? And it was. Serena was amazing. She beat Carolina, she beat Petra, and she beat Zhang so fast that I was like, whoop, because I didn't get time to get out a whole what. Then Naomi Osaka played Coco Gauff, and after Naomi beat Coco, she comforted her, and I was like, what? Then I was like, it's okay, Coco, you have plenty of time to win stuff. You're probably only 20 years old. And then someone was like, she's 15 years old. And I was like, what? Because when people that age accomplish big things, it makes people my age feel bad about themselves. And if you ask me what my age is, I would say, what? Because my hearing is also bad. Because I am very old. I'm 22. Then I found out men also play at the US Open, and I was like, what? No shade, it had honestly never occurred to me that they might. Then I heard everyone was talking about the salmon cannon, and I was like, what? Salmon cannon? You guys don't have to make weapons just because Trump thinks them up. Then people were like, that's not what this is. This is a tube that shoots salmon so their lazy behinds don't have to swim upstream. And I was like, what? I liked it better as a weapon. Now, hear me out. You shoot a salmon at your enemy, and he'd be like, oh, you hit me with a yummy fish that's high in omega-3. You are no longer my enemy. You're my friend. Everyone wins. Then I heard that rap label Death Row Records was bought by a company, and I was like, what's my mother name? Then I was like, what company is tough enough to buy Death Row? Is it Interscope Records? Is it Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal? Then I found out it was Hasbro. This is real. The toy company Hasbro bought Death Row Records, and I was like, what? My two favorite things together at last. My Little Ponies and Tupac. They'll finally be able to make my dream pony, Princess Machiavelli. Machiavelli is Tupac's nickname, and if you don't know that, there's nothing I can do to help you. Also, he's still alive. Then, in other toy news, Mattel came out with a Rosa Parks Barbie, and I was like, what? A real life activist gets their own Barbie? Sweet. Then the website was like, she led an ordinary life as a seamstress until one extraordinary moment. And I was like, wait, that's wrong. She was a member of the NAACP and she enacted a well-thought-out plan. Black people didn't accidentally end up with rights. People worked hard to get them. That's like releasing a Martin Luther King doll and saying, he was an ordinary guy until he accidentally ended up at a podium. I have a dream? Then 17-year-old Swedish activist Greta Thunberg took a boat across the Atlantic Ocean to draw attention to climate change. And I was like, what? 17? What are the rules? So you're telling me a 17-year-old can travel across the ocean and a 15-year-old can be in the US Open? Next, you're gonna tell me a 22-year-old can have her own segment on a late-night talk show. Then, a White House aide said Pence couldn't be anti-gay because he's going to have lunch this week with the openly gay Prime Minister of Ireland and his partner. And I was like, what? Okay, just because you spend an hour in the same room with someone does not mean you respect them. My therapist hates my guts. And also, I got major beef with this show's camera assistant, Kenny. And we work together every day. Amber says what?